What's going on, guys? We're going to use the same price action techniques we use in trending markets in the market we saw today, which was very choppy and hard to read. But nevertheless, simple strategies with minimal indicators besides this 21-day EMA allow us to get on the right side of the market and become profitable, only taking the highest probability trades. So what do? We always want to stick with our short-term trend channels. Right now, it is almost going to be market open on the right side. We're going to be doing a bar-by-bar chart analysis. So the way we like to trade is looking for two-legged pullbacks. So currently we have a downtrend. We're going to look for a second entry short. We have one leg up, first entry short, another mini leg, and a second entry short if the next bar breaks below, which we do have. But it was just an example to show you guys what to look for. This is a unenterable entry, second entry short, because the bar is too bullish. We still have this short-term uptrend in play, and we also already had a break and a new low of this downtrend. The rules with trends are once there's a break and a new low, we want to start thinking that prices could head in the other direction. So now we're still looking to get a new high of this uptrend. Once again, we had a break and a new low of the downtrend, so it is effectively over until we see otherwise. And right now that we see prices are going to bounce right there, we can draw our mini trading range because we always want to stay on the right side of the market, and it just looks like prices are choppy. So we like to draw these short-term trend channels and trading ranges. So now we have a short-term leg up, we have a break and a new high, and what do we have here? We have a second entry short at the highs of this potential trading range, meaning traders are looking to sell at the top, buy at the bottom. So when we see this very bullish bar or bearish bar, we're looking to at least test the bottom side of this trading range. That combined with the fact we had one leg up, break, two legs up, two-legged pullback, I'm going to go short all day there, and that was the first high probability setup of the day, and it worked out for a nice scalp. So now we get to the bottom side of the trading range. Prices are stacked up, so we don't want to enter anything until we have a high probability setup. Now, we do have this short-term uptrend in place. We have a break of it. We don't want to take any trades until we have a new high. No new high, no new high. We're just in the middle of the trading range. We finally get that new high, but we just break out the top side. If you're wondering if you can go short right here, you cannot, even though it's a new low here, first entry short, second entry short. Look how far we moved compared to this and this high. We broke out of the range, but it's too far of a breakout. And another reason why you don't want to fade the breakout in this scenario is because we didn't even reach the bottom side of this trading range. If we had reached here, it would have been a healthy trading range, but really it's just it's a bullish divergence, and we could have a short-term uptrend in play like that. So for those reasons, we cannot go short here. Prices continue moving up and up and up. We have a first entry long now and a second entry long. Can we take that? In my opinion, I say yes, sir. Once again, we have a new high, one leg down, two legs down, bullish bar at the EMA, textbook second entry long. If we zoom out to see what prices are going to be doing for the rest of the day, we can even draw a wide term trading range. And we might just be looking to test the highs of the day now that we reach the bottom side. So at this point of the day, this looks like a very nice high probability setup for a scalp, and it worked out. So we're still looking for a new high of this uptrend. And right there, we had a news announcement. So prices are swinging like crazy, very volatile. No way we can enter any trade. And we just keep pushing lower and lower and lower until we get close to the EMA. There's no high probability setup at the moment. What we can do is potentially draw a wide term trend, but I prefer to stick to the shorter term ones. So if we draw this downtrend, we had a downtrend, break, new low. Even if we want to draw a thin trend like this, we had another leg down, break, new low, some congestion. Let's draw that once again. So we want to avoid any trades at the moment. we're breaking out of the top side. We have a second entry short, new low, first entry short, second entry short, breaking out of this mini trading range, but it's above the EMA. It's a risky trade. I would stay away from it. And actually, we didn't even have a trigger below the bar, so in any case, no trade. So once again, prices are very stacked, very stacked. We even want to draw our mini short-term congestions just to reiterate the fact that we want to avoid trades in that area. I really don't see anything that is enterable. I avoid any trades that close right at the EMA like this one. We're looking for a new high of this leg up because we had a leg up, break. And at the same time, we're looking for a new low of this downtrend because we pushed down, we had a break. So it's really just confusion in the markets. We might even have a wider term trading range at the moment. So all in all, we don't know what is going on at the moment. Prices are just swinging from the highs to the lows. We want to wait for any nice setup to appear. It's better to be patient and wait on a nice trade than to try to force something. So now we actually had a second entry long, new high, first entry long, second entry long. But at this point, you're going long right into these highs, right into that congestion. I would stay away from it. And prices just look very, very choppy. We can draw this short-term downtrend. So we have a break and a new low. Almost reached these lows, but once again, we're still looking to test this high. Let's see if we end up doing it, and we do. So now prices just are trending up. So now we can look for a second entry long once again. We do have a second entry long right there, but it's away from the EMA. We can't take that trade. Let's draw our short-term uptrend. We had a break, a new high, but the way I see it, we might even have a wider term trend, something like this. But the way I like to visualize it is not even worry about the wide term trend. I'm just only going to draw trend for this second leg. That's how I like to know that I'm still looking for longs because I still want to test this new high. The rules of price action are universal. Let's take a look one more time. What's going on in the day? We have been trending down, but it looks like prices might be reversing. So let's look for anything that we can get in the long direction. So we have a new high here, first entry long, second entry long, failure, trap, potentially. So we also have a triple test right here, but the bars are just so stacked. I really would advise not going long in this case. It would have worked out, but we're just going choppy once again. You do have a lower high right here out of this mini congestion, but this lower high closed above the EMA, so I would not go short right there. I would just stay patient. This is a failed second entry long, but the doji bar makes me not want to take it as well. Prices did go down, and they eventually just rocketed down. So now we can look for second entry shorts in the downward bias because we were looking for second entry longs up here because we were in an uptrend. Now we're in a downtrend once again. So we're going to look for short entries. Really, we just had a break, new low, and some congestion once again. So we want to stay extra patient. We can't go long in this area. Prices are too stacked. We did have a break and a new low of the downtrend, so prices could reverse. The downtrend is over at the moment until we have another leg down. Let's draw our short-term uptrend. Let's see if we can get a second entry long once again. Two-legged pullback in the long direction. We have a break and a new high. So now we have some more congestion. Today was all about congestion. It was all about just traders who needed to stay patient enough to wait for the best entries possible and not force anything. So this is just the first entry long. Can't take it. And now we have a second entry long. Can we take this trade? This is an interesting spot right here because we have this leg up. We have a strong leg down. and then a higher low, as well as new high, one leg down, two legs down. So it's a second entry long. The only thing I'm worried about is that we have this short-term downtrend that we did not have a new low of. So an aggressive trader could argue for this trade. Let's see if it worked out. And it did. So second entry longs, two-legged pullbacks are very, very powerful entries. And let's see, if we had a wider term trend, that makes sense. So now at this point, if you had drawn this wide term uptrend, then you would definitely want to go long there. I didn't. In real time, I did not. But if you did, congrats. It would have been a very, very good trade. And the reason I'm saying that if you had this wide term trend at this point, it would have been valid is because as opposed to the other wide term trends we were drawing earlier in the day, this one has touches on both sides. So we're confirmed on the top side, there, and there, 4 touches. And now we're being confirmed on the bottom side again. So this is the first touch, second touch, third touch, higher low. That's why this trade was very, very good, and you would have got a nice runner out of it. So now we break out. We have a overshoot of this wide term trend. We have a short term uptrend, break in a new high. Prices are just stacked once again. Let's get rid of the wide term trend for now and draw our trusty trading range, which really just allows us to avoid taking trades in congestion. So we have one leg down, first entry long, another leg down, second entry long, but bearish bar, no real entry. So now this is an interesting spot again. We had this mini trading range, broke out the bottom, higher low, but you're going long right into these highs, as well as this short-term downtrend in play. So I would stay away from this higher low. Would have worked out, but not an incredibly high probability trade. However, once again, let's see if our... Yes, even if we had this wide term uptrend in play, it's risky to go long at that point because, I mean, we are still looking for a new high of the wide trend, but we did have an overshoot, so prices could technically reverse. An overall picture, we've just been having lower lows or lower highs. We had high here, lower high, another lower high. So prices could shoot back down at any moment. Could be just a long trap. So for those reasons, I like sitting on my hands and waiting, not going long at this point. So once again, we have a strong leg up, strong leg down, just confusion in the markets. So let's extend this. So now we do have a new low here. First entry short, second entry short. Right there. But we did have this very strong leg up. We had no new high of it. We are close to these lows, but let's see one thing. So we had this leg up, but we also have this leg down. We are, as we zoomed out, we are looking to potentially keep going lower because every major swing high has been lower than the one previous to it throughout the day. We also did not have a new low of this short-term downtrend, and we do have much more room to these lows compared to this higher low. This would have been right into the highs of the range. We do have some space here. You know what? This trade looks pretty good, but you would have got trapped. So it wouldn't have worked out for a scalp. Sometimes in these choppy days, it's better to stay patient, but I can argue for this trade. But looking back, because this uptrend was so strong, I would have preferred to wait for a new high before switching gears and going short. But hey, you're gonna have losing trades every once in a while. You just gotta be on top of your game the majority of the time. So prices still continue being very choppy. We're still looking to test this new high. We did have a new low of this leg down right here. So that's why I say, if you just stick to the rules, you're going to be good 99% of the time. In this case, it is an aggressive trade. It's obviously an aggressive trade because we didn't have a new high of this short-term uptrend after the break. So I said, okay, maybe in real time you might take that trade. But if you are very, very strict in your rules, you would just stay and sit on your hands until we get a new high. You might miss some good setups, but you're going to have a very, very high probability of success. So now at this point is the high probability trade that we've been looking for. So we have this short-term downtrend, first entry short, second entry short at the EMA, bearish signal bar. In this case, it's okay to ignore the fact we hadn't had a new high of this uptrend because prices have gone so far away from it that traders are already thinking, okay, prices have trended down, we're just testing the EMA. The likelihood of us going all the way back up here is less likely than the prices continuing to push down, and that's why it led to a lot of continued downward movement. Let's see if we can get another second entry short. We do right here, but not a good signal bar. And now we have a second entry short trap. So we're only focusing on this short-term leg. We have a break of it. So we have this short-term uptrend, break and a new higher, correct? It's also a visual one leg up, two legs up. But if we zoom in, we can see it's actually new low. We went up, we had a first entry short, we went up again, and we had a second entry short. We went up again, and it's really a third entry short or a trap because all the traders who are going to go long here for a failed second entry short, thinking we're going to reverse and go higher, are going to be trapped by this bearish signal bar. So all the people who went short at this second entry short, they're going to get stopped out. And then all the people who went long right above here, which is the second entry short failure entry, they're also going to get trapped. So it's the combined selling pressure of two trapped positions, essentially, that ignite the selling pressure at this bar. That's why prices continued to go down. So prices are just very choppy. Here we actually have another second entry short that looks pretty good. If we draw our congestion once again, that looks like a nice trade to me. So prices continuing to just push down, have some choppiness, push down again. We actually have another second entry short right here, new low, first entry short, second entry short, but I wouldn't take that entry because we had this short-term leg break and a new low. So I would avoid this second entry short. So now we have this leg up, break and a new high. Some more congestion. No real entries at the moment. We're getting towards the end of the trading day. And that's going to wrap up the video. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me some comments. Put some post notifications on. Peace out.